Well, hello. Here we are with a bit of a delay. Humble went into ranked games without posting the results. Then he's kind of out of it already. Needs to get some rest, but that's all fine. Glad to be here with you all. As you know, and as you could have seen, we have officially started off with the Den Battle Royale, and we have some nice casts going on today. So this is definitely not the first cast done so far. Pride did 2 or even 3 sets so far. One of them even live. So that was, I'm sure, fun to see for all of you. And now we are gonna do another one. This time we are in Silver League. This is Group C with the Marine Lord, or HumbleLord to be fair, known also as Punisher. And he's from Mexico. His ELO is 1154 right now, and he's going up against Spirit of the Universe, who is from Germany, and he is 1071 ELO. So I expect a very fun matchup. Of course, as always, I have already prepared everything for us to be able to review. So the drafts are here, everything is already set in game as well. So since we are on a bit of a delay and I'm starting a bit later than usual, and I'm also working tomorrow, I will be starting us off right away with the map draft here. Now, I also would like to point out, I see that Smart Guy already redeemed a Cast My Ladder game for Wednesday. That's no problem at all. So I'm guessing we're gonna be seeing some Kels casted on the ladder for Wednesday as well. Okay, so Humble actually leaving it as a random ban, and we get randomly banned Mediterranean, while Pacific Islands is banned by Spirit of the Universe, and Lowland as the random pick for Marine Lord. Now let's see what the remaining picks or the maps will be here. So Spirit of the Universe going with African Clearing, and the admin pick is Bogland. Okay, so that's an interesting draft overall, I would say. So we'll be playing out seeing the first game rollout on Bogland. I would say a very interesting map, a bit of a different start as well to it. Again, this is a play all three, as will be all of the group stages in the Den Battle Royale so far. And let's go straight into the Civ drafts as well. Now I'll use the option to actually manually speed it up a bit. So Lithuanians banned by Humble, Italians and Malay by Spirit of the Universe, and then we banned the Byzantines for Marine Lord as well. The picks that they get to choose is Magyars for Marine Lord and Berbers and Persians for Spirit of the Universe. Some very strong, very cav-oriented civs for both of them. And then Mongols for Marine Lord. So all of the picks that they select will be basically cav civs or cav archer civs or camel archers in this case as well. But now let's see what the admin will give them. So this is the part where they get the random picks. So Japanese for Spirit of the Universe, Koreans and Goths for Marine Lord, Vikings for Spirit of the Universe, Teutons to round it off for Marine Lord, and Dravidians to round it off for Spirit of the Universe. Some very interesting random picks here as well. I gotta say I love Marine Lords more, simply because I love both the Goths and the Teutons. But then again, we do have the Japanese on the other side, and even the Vikings. And kind of unfortunate considering that he got the Viking that there's no water maps really in the rotation that they've chosen, but that's okay. Yeah, he randomed both the ban and the pick as well for the maps. So he did actually leave it, like he actually did pick it himself for the civs, but for the maps he just left it at completely random, which is commendable in a way. I'm kind of impressed by that decision as well. But let's not actually waste any time here. So it's Boglands for game 1, and let's actually get straight into it as well. Let me just make sure that the logo is here. Yes, it is. Let's get into the game, and it's going to be Spirit of the Universe in red playing as the Japanese, and HumbleLord playing as the Magyars in this game. Smart, so excited for Boglands. I do believe that. He also played a show match on this map as well. Back then it was him and Lynx playing. They were kind of even complaining like how hard it can be to actually find buildable spots on this map. So even though the map is volleyball itself, further expansion can be a problem on this map. Yep. And there we go. So Spirit of the Universe choosing this corner here, right next to the stone to drop his TC, and Humble actually going down but forward, not towards the edge of the map. on his side maybe wants to be close to this goal right here. This is what I said, it's a bit of a different start. You get the starting watchtower and a starting mill as well. And but it's still basically like a nomad start because you don't get your TC, just the villagers. But you get the hunt around the mill here, around the tower itself as well. So kind of a different start than what we are used to seeing, but also very, very interesting as well. And now let's see. So of course this is the first game that both of them are playing in a tournament so far. And both of them will want to have a good start. It's a play all three, so every game also matters. You want to have a better score. You might be going over into like this, into how many games you won, not just the sets, depending on how the rest of the group goes as well. So both will be very motivated to have a good start here. I'm sure of that as well. SpiritOfTheUniverse is going for the hunt right away. It's right next to the mill here. And the villagers do take it pretty fast, so I do think that's a good decision as well. Same can be said on the other side for HumbleLord. So yeah. It's kind of funny, like Humble, they really wanted the maps to be random, so he was like kind of, you could say he was a bit prepared for everything, considering that he went banned randomly, picked randomly, and this pick is also like randomly chosen by the draft setting itself, and not by them. Prepared, yeah, maybe prepared, not the best word, but he was, he wanted it. He wanted it that way, let's say. As it's his decision. No one made him do it. No one forced him into it, and we didn't offer him any kind of bet money for it either. So yeah, he might have been confident as well. That's fair enough. I don't even mind that as well. Hey Kadurayak, how are you doing, man? Yep, here we go. We officially started off the tournament, so you can expect a lot of casts in these following days by myself and the guy that will be casting the tournament. There's a nice number of us, and as we said, the goal is to have the entirety of the tournament casted. So hopefully we get all the games done as well. Yep, tired. It's late. Yeah, I get that. It's kind of late here as well, but I don't go to bed that early, so it's kind of fine for me. I started a bit later. I was watching some sports game for my favorite club. Did not go great, so took a bit to calm down, and here I am now. Yep. Right now, so idle DC time a bit higher for Spirit of the Universe. Nothing to write home about just as of yet. Punisher keeping it just down to 6 seconds, balancing it out pretty well to always keep producing at least a villager at a time. And both of them with only on food right now, nobody really having anybody on wood at this point. Both of them just dropping houses to make sure they don't get housed at this point. Actually, Humble might be very close to it. Let's see if the second villager can help it out. No, I think he'll get housed at least for a second here. Yep, we are housed just for a second there. There's a blessing of pride right there. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. No, not planted. Unfortunately. But yeah, sort of vampires, yeah. Because it's nearly midnight here, but I'm like not even close to going to bed at all. So we might actually have another set to cast after this one, since Raze and Nevameter have started playing their own like an hour ago maybe, or something like that. So perhaps if they finish in time, by the time we are done casting this one, we might go into that set as well. But we'll make a decision on the spot in regards to that one. We can also do it next time around, which will be Monday for the next stream. So and also like to just so you all know, like, because I also do play some ladder games and similar, but moving forward, like at least for a while, the streams will mostly be about casting, because as I said, we want to have all the games casted, and as one of the organizers, I will of course do my best to cast as many as possible and give as much insight into the game as possible to all of you and the tournament itself. We have some scout fighting here for a very short bit, but they'll just disengage and go their separate sides. Okay, Spirit of the Universe closing off this side over here with the houses. Probably will decide later on to close this off here. So usually the starting base in this map is always like easy to wall off. There are just a few places where the opponent can get in and you can get out, so you usually just close those off and you should be good. I'm not sure this is... Okay, it's not a hole, because you can see how the tree and the house just connect ever so slightly there, so you can't go through there. On days off, I'm gonna cast all of them. Oh, that sounds nice as well. That sounds nice as well. Paid me over solo rights. Okay. I mean, you also donated to the tournament prize pool, so you kinda got yourself in anyway. Also, we have HumbleLord already on his way up. Spirit of the Universe still 150 food behind, now a bit more because he's still adding villagers, so he will be a bit behind in that regard. Yeah, sure, don't tell people that. I don't think it was anonymous donation really there, Folly. I don't think the people need to think that myself, Neon Lights, just pocketed it out ourselves. Okay, there we go with Humble Scout finding his opponent as well. Some keys being taken back here by Humble that he found before Spirit of the Universe did, even though they were technically closer, a lot closer to Spirit of the Universe. And we'll see now that Humble is in Feudal Age, will we see some early aggression for him. Again, we are having some fighting here. Okay, it's just the scout hitting the barracks that's being dropped down here. Okay, the house gets... Okay, sorry. Wow, yep. Pretty much wow. The scout will be locked in here for a long while. Would be funny if Spirit of the Universe decides to get into like feudal, then drop a spearman to just pop out of here, kill the scout, and then destroy this palisade and move forward. That would be very fun to see. Felt like dropping instead shows roll 3 in 1 week. Yeah, I assumed that you would have to do something similar. I didn't expect you to do all 3 in 1 week, because I knew you like work 1 week and you're around the other, because that's how your work functions. But I was expecting that you would like do 2 in 1 week and then just the remaining 1 in a singular week. But all 3 in 1 week works as well, I guess. Yep, it's gonna be fun to see. Gonna be fun to see either way. And we'll definitely cast your games, especially because, well, it's gonna be early on. We're gonna have all 3 of your sets, so we'll divide amongst ourselves to do it. Yep. Fair enough. Yeah, also we want to see that matchup in the playoffs, like Ratchet right there, so make it happen, Paulie. Again, it's also kind of weird because usually when I'm watching tournaments, I get to kind of root for the guys from the Den and you guys that I'm like really good with and everything. But now this time around, like it's our tournament, I'm one of the organizers and you're all in it. So it's I can basically choose sides and I am supposed to be like unbiased here. But then again, like it's not like me rooting for anybody gives them any kind of edge. I'm not giving any admin wins, so that's fine. Neo needs to die on Crater Lake. Yep. I think we need to see Crater Lake a lot. I know one of the sets today already had Crater Lake as well. So that was interesting. So I do like that the game's played still. Also played in the Colosseum. Nice. Okay, here we go. So this poor scout is still trying to break through here. Okay, so it went out the other side. That's kind of unfortunate here for the spearman. It went out the other side. Okay, can you get it through here? Okay, yep. Okay, he's getting the archers there, but he will finish the scout. Now that was amazing. So both of them die out, but the scout now is out. So this was the main point of the game so far, I think, and it ends up as a draw, I'd say. But also in terms of the aggression, it is Humble that's gonna go forward first and try to do some aggression, and it's gonna be with archers. And we see Spirit of the Universe trying to drop a archery range. Okay, that's very backed out because this is on a hill, but he wants to get some skirms and he wants to re-wall behind this. That's fair enough. The archers now just hitting this barracks. That's not gonna go down in quite a while. Some more archers are strutting across the map, trying to get over to where the action is. A bit smart on his home map, so I got the moral victory. Yep, there you go. That counts for sure. The Celts, yeah, of course Paulie wants the Celts. Anybody who's watched Paulie's stream recently knows that he's been on a Celts bench and the Celts got into 1400 and he really gets that zip. It really fits his game plan and game style that he made. Okay, Spirit of the Universe actually cancelling all of these palisade walls here. That's interesting. And Humble still trying to find a way through. Was hoping he can get through here, but it appears he cannot. But he will keep hitting this house, hoping to get here through here. That's a nice amount. That's like 8 archers already so far. So some skirms are needed, and we do see one on the field and one in the queue as well for Spirit of the Universe. So he needs to react to this a bit. Yeah, of course, like you no die enemy is basically half the winning, and definitely if I play Paulie in any kind of show match or any kind of tournament game, I would ban the Celts as well. Partly because he's very good at them, partly because he'd be like pissed because I know him so well that I banned the Celts, so definitely something to do. Yeah, to be fair, like the Celts aren't that like popular for people generally, so you can can definitely catch people off guard, especially because, well, whatever you do is whenever you pick them, I feel like people will be surprised. And we are also seeing some scouts on the field for HumbleLord. I think this is smart thinking. I think he assumed like, yeah, I've seen the archery range, or he should have seen the archery range at least. And I know they're probably gonna be skirms, so scouts are very good into handling those. Okay, we are getting this house hit again. So Humble pretty much keeping Spirit of the Universe contained so far. He also has a 6 Willy lead, but as I'm saying this, he's also housed. And he has exactly half the idle TC time that Spirit of the Universe has at this point. To be fair, I don't feel confident against or with the Celt. Yep, that's pretty fair. And stuff similar to that can also happen. Like for example, I'm somebody who... Okay, so here comes the skirms, but that's a nice number of archers here. Okay, so no. Oh, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Spirit of the Universe misclicked and opened the gate, and Humble is in through no feat of his own, but he's definitely in, and he's doing eco damage. We've first seen the first eco kill as well. Spirit of the Universe not fully reacting to this as of yet. Thinking of what might be the next step here. He will need to fully evacuate from these farming fields. That was a big mistake to make. That's a big misclick for sure. He did not want to send those guys forward like that. Yeah. But it can happen like Ratia, where for example I have a 70% win rate on like 70 games with the gods, and yet I feel like I lose to the gods every time I play against them. So it's also some of the archers here, like there's nice damage. There's 6 eco kills here for Humble, but now all of his army is dying out because the scouts went under the DC, and the archers are being hit by a skirm on the hill and by a tower on the hill as well, so they're taking loads of damage here, and a lot of them die out. But Humble on the other side still is on his way up to Castle Age as well, so he'll be hoping he'll be going over with some crossbows and maybe knights very soon. Or even Cav archers. Again, he is the Magyars, they produce 25% faster, and it is one of their main strength points for sure. Now, Celts on Empire versus not so much wood. Oh, fair enough. There we go, we're seeing another stable being dropped here by HumbleLord. I'm not sure where the first stable is. I mean, we've seen the scouts, so we know there is a first stable. I just don't know where it is. Interesting to see, like Humble early on did find the geese here and took him back home, but the rest of them he just left laying around. So I think partly that was to deny them from Spirits of the Universe as well. Spirits of the Universe, 9 eco behind already, and not that close really to picking up. Does have the gold, but barely over like half the food required. So he might be in a bit of trouble now when HumbleLord enters Castle Age. We have another forward stable this time around for HumbleLord, dropping a house right next to it as well. Does not want to get housed any more time than he already did. Here's the blacksmith. Okay, so here's the first stable, really close to the second stable as well. And I like how Humble is doing this, basically creating compartments of the wall off, because you can still use these as you expand to always keep a wall off alive. I do like this idea as well. And now we have... Okay, Spirit of the Universe is also in castle. Sorry for not noticing that, but he is, and he has 2 knights in queue right away. It usually is the best thing you can do in Castle Age if you have the resources for it and you have a stable down. Ideally 2, just get some knights out on the field. There goes the second stable as well for Spirit of the Universe, and we're gonna be producing knights out of both. Actually, just out of the one for now. Okay, out of both now, and we are going pretty heavy on the knights. The Japanese, they're not the premier knight and cav civ, but that it's still fine, I guess. But of course, Humble with a small advantage in terms of numbers right now. It's gonna be equalized pretty soon, but he was first to castle and had these stables ready to produce out of multiple right away. Spirit of the Universe is recalling that last time his opponent did go through the hole here, so we'll try to fill it in. But I think there's still a hole here. These skirms won't really be doing a lot. Okay, so yeah, there's still a hole because the knights went over. It's really hard to see the holes on this map and on any hilly terrain, on any kind of map, really. It can be troublesome. Also, this is not the best situation for Humble to be fighting, because his troops are on the low ground, but now he realizes he takes the high ground and he's winning this fight. We do have a monastery dropped and 2 monks on the way for Spirit of the Universe, so that's a smart play as well. But will it be too little too late, because the 6 knights are in and they have cleared up all of the army that was on the field for Spirit of the Universe, and now they're finding the gold with villagers. There's already 11 eco lead for Humble, and now that's 12 or 13 eco kills as well in total. So definitely not the greatest of positions for Spirit of the Universe to be in. That's 34 to 51 in eco right now, and that's a lot of idols as well. That's 16 idols, so basically half his economy is also idle at this point. Yep. Yeah, the pikes would be good, but they're only spearmen right now, and they are... Why is it showing me here for his pikes, but never mind. There we go. Okay, so everything's been cleared out here, but basically the entire economy of Spirit of the Universe is offline right now. Not looking the greatest. There comes the first monk, but it's gonna be found by this knight before he can convert him, that's for sure. That's a nice sketch by Humble. That's a nice sketch by Humble. These spearmen don't do that much against the knights, especially in these kind of numbers right now. These need to be pikes at this point. And this is looking like it's gonna be 1-0 up for HumbleLord, really. HumbleLord with the forward infrastructure as well, and there we go at GG, well played call by Spirit of the Universe. GG responds by HumbleLord, or it says here Punisher, because that's usually his in-game name. Yep, my apologies, I was kind of busy and I did not get the Capture Age Pro ready for this stream, but we'll have it ready for the next one. But that was a really nicely played out game to the standard screen. And it's Spirit of the Universe playing as the Berbers and HumbleLord playing as the Teutons on African Clearing. Not really 2 civs, I would say. I see that often on this map, but they are still 2 very strong civs as well, and there's plenty of resources to go around on this map. I'm kind of surprised by HumbleLord's pick here, because he has the Mongols. And there's plenty of hunt on this map, and I would have expected him to go Mongols here and then take advantage of all the hunt that he can gather around. I think that could give him quite an edge here. Yeah, Berbers do get more bonus for this one. That's very true. Teutons, like, their bonus is like farms, and that's applicable anywhere pretty much, but still maybe not what I would go for. They are starting off pretty damn close, like we can see them here on the same screen. Spirit of the Universe found actually an ideal spot. He's right next to the wood line, he's next to the food, next to the hunt, has an elephant right here, and he has all of the resources he wants and needs and can have right next to his starting TC. That's really a great spot. On the other hand, Humble actually going with the TC right next to this shorefish here, and there's some hunt, but the gold and the stone are kind of a bit more far away from him here. Good luck, have fun in chat. That's very nice to see as well. U2 response, so nice. Of course, I expect sportsmanship to be on a high level here in the Den Battle Royale. A lot of us as well are, of course, very good friends with each other, and we know ourselves from the Den as well. So would be kind of weird if we were seeing a lot of like real trash talking, not in the sense of like if I trash talk Paulie, or vice versa.
Hey, sir.
Well, I mean that's what friends do. Yeah. Yep. Now again, it's always nice to see when this happens, because they didn't know where the other guy will start. They chose their own spot and they ended up so close to each other still. So we might be seeing some aggression happen very soon here. Humble also using this. I think he's also using this house kind of as a scouting point to know if his opponent goes towards this gold or similar. But it's also kind of funny because his opponent chose basically an ideal spot for a TC here. Okay, so these guys this guy and girl kind of bumping into each other here. That should not be too big of an issue. And no idle TC time basically for either of them, which is very nice to see. Humble does have 2 Willies more right now, but that's also due to the fact that he, if I'm not mistaken, used all 3 of his Willies to drop down to TC, while Spirit of the Universe was a bit slower. He did use one to explore a bit more, and he's using one to explore a bit more right now as well. I wonder if he has seen anything. Like, no, okay, so he did see that the zebra is dead here. So that could give him a good idea of where his opponent is. If he noticed this, and if he notices this in time, because this will appear to him for a while it's being taken still.
Here?
There we go, he is goat scouting as well. Let's see what the actual, like, complete scouting looks like for both of them. So, this is kind of funny. So, Spirit of the Universe has circled basically everything around the base of HumbleLord, but did not see the base as of yet. Did he even see that house dropped here? No, he has not as of yet. Ooh, this is a very long elephant take. I'm not sure if this is gonna work. Okay, works for now, but he needs to continue. Yeah, he's dropping the idea. Okay, he's not dropping the idea. He's continuing. This is interesting to see. I respect this. I respect this a lot. I'm not sure how well this will go. Okay, goes perfectly so far. Goes perfectly so far. Let's see if he can pull it off. I would honestly pull some Willies forward now, just so if this one does die out in the end, you're not risking all the pulling you've done so far. But so far so good. So far so good. Okay, yeah, the house is being dropped. The villager's running away. The elephant gets taken. Not the ideal spot, but considering where the elephant was taken from, especially one elephant you could consider being HumbleLord's elephant, that's a very nice job, and that's very nicely done here by Spirit of the Universe, who is around 3 Willies behind right now, but I don't think he's that concerned at this point as well. Idle TC time looking very good for both of them still. Spirit of the Universe kind of at risk at being housed here if he does not realize it soon, and I do believe he will want to cancel these houses because this is a nice amount of wood right now that he's leaving on the ground at this point. So this is 75 wood at this point, even 100 counting this one as well. Hey Nevameters, finished your set. Okay, great, nice to hear. So I might actually do it right after this set then. We might actually do it right after this set and just go from this set to the next one. If I saw it a bit sooner that you posted there, because I was busy watching something and then I also had some guests over, but if I saw it earlier I could have done it live, but no problem at all, we can do it the other way as well. And okay, we see another pull by Spirit of the Universe. He did drop down a house, or completed this one rather. He's not still using this elephant, so wants to save that one for a bit later. And I want to see if we're gonna see Humble actually click up here. Oh yeah, he queued one more Willy up and then he clicks up. So he is on his way up here. He milled the hunt on the sides here, so he's not concerned about the general state of food, or the fact that he might have been missing an elephant here that he might not even have ever noticed. Let's see if the scouting has improved. So yeah, nothing has changed since the last time we checked the scouting for Spirit of the Universe. And let's see what did HumbleLord see so far. So no, he's not found his opponent as of yet. He's still scouting around, like decent scouting, but unlucky to not find his opponent. He did see this shorefish in here, but no reason for him to assume that the opponent would be there, based on what he can see. Yeah, don't post the results. No. Never post the results. Just use the spoiler as always. Like, we want all the results to be in, because even while I'm casting, it's possible that Neo or Likes will be adding all the results to Battlefly. But just use a spoiler and post everything so I can go straight into taking it all over and then starting. Like, don't tell us who won. That's it. Like, don't tell us who won. Don't spoil it for us in that regard. But do post it in the appropriate channel. And once again, we have Humble, the first one, to Feudal Age. Right now, Spirit of the Universe has all the resources he needs, but he's not clicking up. I'm not sure if he... Okay, he doesn't have the second building. He needs to rush down a mining camp now for the building. Yep, there we go. Now has the buildings and now clicks up behind 2 more villies. So he will be a bit behind going up. Let's see again, because we do have a barracks already out and we are getting another archery range again. HumbleLord repeats what he has done. But this time around, it's kind of more interesting because he didn't find... Okay, and as I said, he finds his opponent right now. So he finds out where Spirit of the Universe is right now. Spirit of the Universe, of course, will not allow this outpost to go up. But it gives all the information to HumbleLord that he needs, that his opponent is right here and not far away from him at all. So we'll see. Now, Spirit of the Universe could keep in mind as well that he does have enough to drop a defensive tower if HumbleLord was to come near. And I do like to see this from HumbleLord. Like, look at the vision that he's getting so far thanks to these outposts, like keeping an eye out on everything that's going around, and he wants to be completely surrounding Spirit of the Universe with the outpost so he knows any attempts that Spirit might do to go away, go on the sides, attack him and similar. There we go. Spirit of the Universe is gonna be in Feudal Age himself in about 10 seconds as well. Small equal lead now for HumbleLord, considering he had more time now that he was up, and that we had Spirit of the Universe for getting the mining camp and not doing anything up at that point in time. And there we go, we have fletching in, and we have the first 2 archers moving out for HumbleLord. Now Spirit of the Universe has dropped a barracks, is dropping a stable now, and just needs 1 more building, and he has enough right now, or actually will have enough even for a market if he so wants to. And basing on his economy, this is a fast castle. He will be in castle pretty soon. Not something HumbleLord really prepared for. Humble is not close to, not really close to going up. All the food the Spirit of the Universe has taken appears to be working really well in his favor, and the starting spot that he took works out great as well. We have a blacksmith being dropped here, so he wanted the blacksmith so he can click up. That I'm pretty sure of that. Let's see if he force drops these. I think if he force drops the villies now, he could click up. There we go. Nice job here by Spirit of the Universe. Excellent positioning. Now HumbleLord might have seen this blacksmith and then maybe realized, who is he going up to castle? Or maybe just things like, if he has seen the stable as well as and he did, maybe just thinking like he wants some better scouts on the ground, which is why he prepared the spearmen as well. But it's gonna be interesting because Humble does not appear that he's thinking castle as of yet, and he's not that close to it either. But I do like seeing this from Humble. Now this is something I like doing on maps like these. It's just taking some villies and going around taking the food that's available. So you're not like spending wood right away on it. But he's also... Wait, am I missing something? Oh no, he went all the way down here. He went all the way down here. I was wondering like he can't be just on straggler trees. Yep. And this is a lot. Look at this. 15 on stone for Spirit of the Universe, which means he wants to castle drop once he is in castle age. But he has not seen the TC yet, but does see this blacksmith, so maybe assumes that his opponent is right here. I'd say that would be a fair assumption, because you can see a random house on the field somewhere, but you don't usually see a random blacksmith on the field somewhere. This might be a villager killed here, this guy, but he might actually... Let's see what the scouting is gonna look like for this guy. Take him a bit more forward. Take him a bit more forward, Spirit, and you might find what you're looking for here. Okay, so let's see this. Spirit will now actually find the TC. There we go. With this random villager that nearly died to the archers, he actually finds the TC here. Why did the TC disappear? That's really funny that the TC disappeared here. He saw the TC I hope it's just a visual bug for a second here, because look, okay, but
Hey, sir.
that was really weird. Okay, so now we are getting a tower in response by Humble here as well, to try and keep up the pressure on Spirit of the Universe. And HumbleLord is 10 villagers ahead once again, but he's, as I said, not in castle yet. Is kind of saving up for castle right now, realizing his opponent is already in. And as the Teutons, maybe that's one of the reasons he fought off. As the Teutons, he can garrison in double the amount of villies inside of a tower. So maybe that was part of the thinking here. But Spirit of the Universe has enough gold, but does not have a market actually. Does not have a market. He would have been able to just buy some stone and drop a castle if he so wanted to, if he had enough wood. Now he does have 2 wood villagers still working somewhere by the looks of it, but we're not seeing them as of yet. He's losing some villagers here as well. That's 4-1 in this fight for HumbleLord. Again, it's not looking greatest for Spirit of the Universe. He had a great plan, I would say, and it seemed like it's gonna work out for him pretty well, but it's not really working out for him at this point. He needs that castle to be able to go up, and where is he going right now with all these villagers? Because he doesn't have enough for a castle, and HumbleLord is also on his way to castle as well, so not the greatest position for him at this moment. Let's see what the plan is here. Okay, so he's looking for the TC, because somehow that villager did not show him the TC. But I'm thinking because he has 2 more back on this wood line. Okay, he's spending the wood to repair the... I'm not sure what the plan here is for Spirit of the Universe. Why are we moving these villagers like this? But we will see. He does have 2 knights out on the field as well. One of them destroying an outpost here towards the north. And he's on 1 HP as well. So it's gonna be funny if he destroys this outpost. Very, very useful 1 HP villager here. Okay, so maybe he wants to... I'm sorry, I'm still trying to figure out what the plan is here for Spirit of the Universe with all the villagers going over on the side. I mean, there was plenty of things he could have done, but the most important one would have been if he dropped a... Just drop a market. Drop a market and castle drop him. I think that's what you can do still, because Humble is nowhere near, or was nowhere near. Okay, he kills this goat by accident, I guess. I think he's completely relocating. I think that's his idea here. I think he wants to have enough for a TC, and he's gonna drop a TC somewhere on this side. Which is really weird, because his starting spot was really good. And I think it was defendable as well. Lucky for him, like, Humble did not really outpost towards this side completely as well. So that's at least something like that's a saving grace for him in this regard. Humble now in castle himself, but not really with any kind of economy to be dropping down a TC, let alone a castle. And there we go, there's the new TC for Spirit of the Universe, so he wants to relocate safely away from his opponent. Not producing anything out of this TC, but also has only 2 on food right now, and only 20 food in the bank. Not the greatest of situations to be in. This skirmisher gets taken out by one of the villagers. This one villager nearly died from all the skirm spears, but does survive and will be fine for now. We have the 1 HP knight still, well, alive. I wouldn't say well, but definitely alive. And I'm guessing this knight is going around to try and find some more information about where his opponent is. It's really weird to me still that the game like showed the TC here for Spirit of the Universe for a second while his villager was walking by, and then again did not show it. Does not show it now when you take a look at it like this. And just to know, this is like a spectator bug on CA, so he doesn't see this far because it was dropped after he passed by. But Spirit of the Universe over on the side, now producing camels, knowing that he probably saw the 2 stables being dropped here, so that's a nice switch for him and just on time. And his eco is also kind of safe because he moved away completely to the other corner as well. And he's on 2 TCs, so even though he does have a 16 villager lead there is for HumbleLord, it's still, he can still catch up, especially because the aggression has stopped on both sides for right now. HumbleLord still adding more knights, so he might be in for a surprise if Spirit of the Universe continues going camels as he is right now. Some idle villagers here for Spirit of the Universe. Does realize, sends 2 of them to gold, thinking of what to do with the rest of them. Dropping down some houses. He is housed, but not gonna be for long, so this is 8 villagers to build a house. There we go. We're gonna have another house up very, very soon. And now we're having a market drop down for HumbleLord as well. This villager, oh no, I hope it's not, I think there was a waypoint set for the villagers from this TC if it was producing as well. That's just having him walk over under the base of HumbleLord, which HumbleLord is also not noticing, but he has found them. Humble has found where Spirit of the Universe has relocated and sent the knights over there, and he's getting some nice eco kills now. So just as Spirit of the Universe was catching up a bit, now this is not the best of situations for him once more. Does realize it in time this time around, and will garrison in the villas. I'm really surprised he never got enough and dropped a castle down somewhere. He will destroy this outpost with camels, but I think this was like showing your camels a bit too soon. I think Spirit of the Universe could have used this opportunity to hide the camels, like hit it with the 2 knights that you have, the output here, and amass a number of camels while forcing, or like leaving HumbleLord to go into the knights the whole time. Wait, did I see what I think I saw? Which is, I think that this is the 1 HP knight that Spirit of the Universe had that got converted and now is getting healed up. But meantime, the other knight is finding eco kills right here. So it's only 40 to 35 now in eco lead for Humble. That's some really nice catching up by Spirit of the Universe in that terms. Not sure if he realizes how close it is right now, because the score is not like looking the greatest for him when you take a look at that aspect. The archers are now on this side as well, trying to deny these villagers working in peace. Specifically this one lady. Fuck you, lady. Says this archer guy. Okay, now he's annoyed by the other guy now. Yep. The knights are going back in, thinking Spirit of the Universe appears to not be reacting to what's going on here, and we're gonna have a second TC drop now for Humble as well. He didn't have anybody on stone. I think he dropped the market so he can buy enough stone to drop a TC. And now again we are losing a lot of villagers here for Spirit of the Universe because we're not paying attention on this side where the archers are causing havoc together with the knights. But we have enough for a castle from Spirit of the Universe, but it has to be a defensive castle because we don't have enough army to drop it offensively and protect it. So if he was to drop it offensively anywhere, the knights would just roll over and stop that. And I did not notice, sorry about that, like one of the camels got converted and I guess the other 2 got killed somewhere while we were watching the raids happen over on this side. Okay, kind of stubborn from Spirit of the Universe to keep going for this straggler tree. This straggler tree cost him like 3 villagers at least. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, 37 to 47, still a 10 eco lead for HumbleLord here. Idle TC time, only a minute and a half, 33 minutes in for HumbleLord, so that's very, very nicely done. And it's just increased for a bit. While on the other side, Spirit of the Universe already has 13.5 minutes, and actually deletes this knight to not have it converted over. Not something we see that often aside from like when you're watching the pros play, but I do think it's a nice move, and I do think that's well done as well. There we go. Again, we are having this villager walk over, going completely through the middle. Gonna go under the TC of HumbleLord. Last time around, HumbleLord didn't really react, didn't really care too much for it. Let's see if he does this time around. Does not appear like he will. But now the knights are in here. They want to raid this economy that was left back at the original starting point. And Humble doing a good job of being annoying on both sides. And Spirit still losing villagers on straggler trees around the new TC here. Specifically on this one as well. But did lose one to this one here as well. Again, not looking the greatest for Spirit of the Universe. Again, a very nice game plan and game style from HumbleLord. Did not change a lot from what he did for the first time around, but if something like works, you usually don't want to change it, so why would you change it? We do have 2 more camels in queue, but hopefully these get left inside and not jump straight out away, because they won't be doing a lot if they just jump out right away. It's 37 to 57 in eco, because it's also 23 to 16 in eco kills so far. So a lot of them killing a lot of villagers, but it's the idle TC time that's allowing HumbleLord to really take advantage of it and have a 20 BD lead at this point as well. Now the camel is here, but the knights are gonna ignore it and not want to kill it because it's gonna get converted by the monk. Very nicely done. A nice thinking here by HumbleLord. He's even trying to convert one of the villagers here. Okay, this one guy, there wasn't enough space for him and he just gets taken out. And now we're gonna try and eat the TC here. So Humble's gonna eat this TC, and Spirit of the Universe calls another GG well played. There's a G, separate G from HumbleLord, who is 2-0 up. Some very, very clean games by him so far. And here it is. It's gonna be HumbleLord playing as the Mongols and Spirit of the Universe playing as the Dravidians. Now Lowlands, I think a map that's gonna be familiar to many because it was also on the ranked pool not so long ago actually, just the one before this one I believe. And I think it's a really cool map. It's one of the ones that I've suggested for the tournament because of course like we all gave our inputs and kind of all had our favorites about what we wanted to see. Something I find interesting about this one where it does force the players to expand in the middle because there's plenty of resources in the middle, but it's not really like a golden pit or similar where they're all cramped up in one area of the middle. This time around you can actually still, like, one player can decide to expand on the left side here and the other on the right side here, and they can still boom it out as well. So let's see. So two very nice, very clean games from HumbleLord. Let's see if Spirit of the Universe can pull one back and end this at a 2-1 instead of a 3-0 for HumbleLord. Or if HumbleLord continues the same way he has so far and just wins the game that way. We see Humble having a bit of issues with Deer not really wanting to be pushed in. They have been doing that a lot recently. It is kinda annoying. It's again fighting back, but now I think that's about it for fighting back. Two boars are on this map as well, so it's pretty standard in that regard. And on the other side, we see that Spirit of the Universe is doing a bit more scouting, not pushing in any deer as of yet. So there's deer on the side here, but there's some deers down below as well that the players can take if they so wish to do. Again, I always point that out when we see Mongols in the game. The Mongols do get bonus. They do take the hunts faster, so could be a very, very good decision for them. And we can see here that HumbleLord, like, not really going for the boars, just went for one sheep, then into one deer. Now gonna go for another sheep, then another deer as well. I do like that mixing, while also luring in the boar now as well. Again, let's see here, only 8 seconds of idle DC time for Humble, but this time it's Spirit of the Universe with only the 2 seconds of idle DC time. Really doing some nice work here. Okay, so does finish the Ibex off as well, not allowing it to go back home anywhere. Being mindful of not getting housed this time around, HumbleLord, very nicely done. So he's just about the right time to be dropping this house here. On the other side, will we have the same for Spirit of the Universe? Yes, we will, just in time, drop this house, and gonna be milling this. They take one of the boars in, probably gonna be taking in the second one soon, he does see it. So let's see. Eco, pretty much the same. Let's see if this time around, and let's see who's gonna be the one doing the first aggression this time around. Of course, the Mongols, we would expect to see a scout rush. Their scouts do get, I think it was 20% more HP, along with the step lancers as well, I believe. So that's pretty strong to have. So let's see if that's something he decides to go for. Because last 2 games around we did see him prefer to go with an archer rush and with just some scouts supporting in case he sees skirms. But maybe wants to go full scout rush this time around, it would make sense. On the other side, the Dravidians, I would really not expect us to be seeing a Dravidian scout rush. But never say never, we've seen weirder stuff. I have casted some ladder games where we have seen the Frankish archers as well, so if that's possible, I'd say anything is possible. Not recommendable, just possible. Still would not recommend it for anyone. Okay. And Humble is also on his way up right now. Spirit of the Universe not on his way up yet. Has queued a villager, a loam, and then another villager. His scout getting found under TC here, but will survive and will start running away from HumbleLord scout. Okay, and we cancelled the additional villager for Spirit of the Universe, so we can click up as well after we dropped off the food. So he's gonna be about a minute behind going to feudal, but it's nothing to write home about. And it might even be a bit less than what he's usually been behind in the previous 2 games, because Humble was really rushing out to get to feudal, while Spirit of the Universe was not really that focused. But that's why also we've seen HumbleLord being the one doing the more aggression and the earlier aggression. And now Spirit of the Universe also loses his scout, so that will be about it for the information this guy will provide. And there we go, Punisher is in, or HumbleLord is in feudal. Spirit of the Universe will be there in about a minute himself. Where are these going? Okay, they're gonna go here to chop the wood. We do have two lumber caps out for Spirit of the Universe already. Just the one for now. Or no, we have the 2. So I like this from HumbleLord, not something you see that often. So he moves down right away, and they're gonna create an encampment here, so to say. Usually people only move down once they're in castle and they can drop a TC. And this seems like a nice place to drop a TC when possible. But not Humble. Humble decides to drop a lumber camp, a barracks, and a stable. So yes, we are seeing a stable this time around. And Spirit of the Universe also in feudal age now, dropping a house now as he did not realize he was housed. And does he have a barracks out? We are not seeing anything in queue from the barracks, so maybe some preemptive spears would be good. Like, you just drop 2, I don't think it's a lot of a waste of resources, but with the 2 spearmen you're kind of more ready if a scout rush was to appear. So I like to usually, as soon as I'm in feudal, no matter what I'm doing, I'm also queuing up 2 spearmen. Just to wait around. And there we go, Spirit of the Universe now dropping out some spearmen. That's gonna be 3 spearmen in total. And this time around it's him dropping the archer range, and he's the one who wants to be going archers. Once in Castle Age he will also have elephant archers as well. Now that's a very fun unit. I really enjoy those. So it's gonna be interesting if we see some elephant archer play once we are in Castle Age for our Dravidian player here. He's also researching Town Watch, so wants to have a bit of a heads up of when his opponent might be arriving. And HumbleLord says no heads up for you, I'm already here. But now we're gonna have the spearmen move toward that direction, and we won't have a village kill happen just as of yet. They will have to run away from the spearmen and the few more that are here as well. So there's a total of 3, there's gonna be 4 of them soon, as well with some archers on the field. First color already in for HumbleLord, and we're actually seeing just 3 farms for now, so maybe that's a bit too soon for my liking. Could have maybe went for this forage bush first, sorry. But so far he's been doing so good, so I don't think he minds too much. I think he likes this development. Now this is definitely, or no, it's not a hole, but look at how empty this looks, and it's still not passable. But once this tree is out of the way, it will be. Which is about in 25 wood remaining. We are now moving out for Spirit of the Universe, but we are going to be found by these scouts. One scout does die out. The skirms are also there, which is kind of problematic for both the archers and the spearmen. Another scout dies out, but the archers have to rush back. It's not a great position for them to be in. And neither player really walling off here. That's interesting to see. And in all 3 of the games we didn't see them like wall off too much. Like, okay, the first one on Bogland, because like the map basically tells you like just drop a few houses and you're walled off. But overall, like compared to that, like in this game, there's like basically no wall off for either of the players. In the previous game, there wasn't really a wall off for either of them. HumbleLord even starting in the middle on African clearing. Yep, this is gonna be a really kill. This guy gets left out on this side, but look at this, as we were mentioning that. Yep, That wood has been chopped, and now there's a hole here that the scout is going into. Spirit of the Universe not realizing this, because this is something that can be... Yeah, this scout was killable, very killable before. Now it's gonna be killed by these villagers. The second scout can suffer the same fate as well. One of the villagers gonna go forward and fight these skirms. Okay, want to surround it, make sure it dies, but it does not, it survives. It was like one more hit only away. Okay, it's gonna get hit by this guy and then it dies. That's fair enough. Not a big difference in eco still though. There is 2 eco kills for Punisher and he is 3 eco in the lead. Mostly thanks to those kills. The idle eco or idle TC time identical until a second ago when Spirit of the Universe started idling again. But so far like pretty close in terms of army on the field. Better numbers ever so slightly for Humble, but he does have basically the counter unit in both cases because he has the skirms into archers and spears and he'll be pretty happy with that. Spirit of the Universe actually deciding to respond with skirms of his own in this situation. I would have been happier for okay, actually no, but yeah, Spirit of the Universe has a really big stable. He does not want to be doing that. But at this point, actually Men-at-Arms would work better for him. Men-at-Arms definitely work better for him here. Yep, this skirmisher is gonna get taken out. He will hit this Willy one more time, but not enough to kill it. Villager leads till about 3 Willies. We have another skirm dying out here on this side. So that's the problem, like the skirms, a good counter for the spears and for the archers, and can be very annoying, but you're not really gonna get eco kills with them. They don't really do that much when it comes to straight up killing villagers, because they do like 1 damage a hit when they're throwing their spears, which is really nothing to write home about. Now Humble wants to be taking this fight apparently, or at this point he wants to be taking this fight. These skirms could help out kill this scout because this is the most even fight that you have, but actually the scout from the Dravidians does win out here. So even though, as I said, the stables are pretty bad, realizing there's so many skirms, Spirit of the Universe still deciding to go with scouts, because this early on in the game it's fine, it's perfectly fine that the scouts are not the thing that the Dravidians usually go for, because it's not like you're gonna be building them the entire game, it's not like you're cav focused, it's just that at this time this is what works best. Because look at this right now, all of these skirms are gonna die out to this scout cav here. Still a 5 equal lead for Spirit of the Universe. HumbleLord really nobody on gold as of yet, so 27 on food, 13 on wood, and just the 1 villager right now on gold. On the other hand, we have 5 on gold already for Spirit of the Universe, and he's on 37 villagers, but does not have nearly enough resources to go up himself yet. So neither player really that close to castle yet. They are both pretty invested into the feudal fighting going on. Let's see, some idols on the field here for Spirit of the Universe as well. That's not the greatest when you're already a bit behind in eco. I kind of wanted to see in the previous game, like I think Spirit of the Universe was in a really good position. Like, even though he was taking some damage, but he was in castle so much sooner and was like 100. Okay, we need to close this off. We need to close this off because the scouts will come in here. Okay, so we've made another hole and we just leave. That's also an option. But this lady here might die because of it still. Ah, yeah, she will. So that's another eco kill. I really wanted to see the Spirit of the Universe use the advantage he had in getting up to castle last stage to drop an offensive castle on HumbleLord. Unfortunately, we didn't see it, and now we are at a 2-0 position, and we are raiding the economy of Spirit of the Universe. I don't think he was really like respecting these scouts too much, which is why they had enough time to get another kill. But one of them dies out as well. There's a total of 5 eco kills right now for Humble, who is finding some more eco to be hitting, but this is gonna be the end of these scouts now. Will we get the final kill? Yep, he does. He does get the final kill as well, so it's now 7 eco kills for Humble and a 10 eco lead in total, but Spirit of the Universe is on his way to castle. So once again, we might see, or we will see Spirit be the first one to reach castle. In the meantime, HumbleLord's economy is still looking pretty damn good. He doesn't have anybody on stone, but he has 35 on food and 6 on gold, and like this is why he had the horse color so early, I guess. He has 35 farms out already. But they are next to mills, a lot of them that is, and that's where the dangerous part would be if Spirit of the Universe was able to actually go over and try and do some damage. But really, all the fighting has been on the side of Spirit of the Universe's base, so he never had the opportunity to move out. Are we gonna have... yeah, we're gonna have another Billy kill here. Look at this guy just die out now. There we go, that's 8-0 in eco kills already here for Humble. And Humble has also clicked up now. And even though we of course all know about the Mango Die, please Humble, I wanna see the Steppies. I love Step Lancers, let's see the Step Lancers. Especially considering that you already have like 1 or 2 stables out on the field. Oh, we're gonna have more, we're definitely gonna see Steppies. This is definitely where we see Step Lancers. I think this is... again, I don't like seeing this, because Spirit of the Universe now going forward with units that are not great for raiding and that are not the strongest, they're just counter units. I don't think they're gonna achieve much going forward. We are getting supplies now for Spirit of the Universe. So we are getting supplies, but we never even got, like, we never had a single men-at-arms on the field, or militiaman. We didn't get the men-at-arms upgrade. Now we're getting the upgrade as well. So let's see what the plan is going forward here. Again, these scouts are being very annoying, and I'm kind of surprised, like, the Spirit of the Universe does not want to be rolling off, considering all of the issues he has had with trading so far. Will this villager die? Will he make it? He makes it back home. And this scout might die from the TC fire. There's only 4 villagers inside, so that doesn't do that much damage, but still. Ah, this scout will be able to run away here. And we are having a second TC dropped by Spirit of the Universe next to this wood and the gold down below. I think that's a pretty good TC spot, but I still think we could have like walled from here to here and like close this off as well and be a lot safer back at home and have a working economy at home. Now we did go into the pikemen, and we have the 4 spearmen that we have the pikemen now. But we already have 9 scout cav on the field for HumbleLord, so he wasn't waiting for the castle age. He's actually not gonna go steppies. It's light cav and forging and the armor upgrade for them as well. I do like this. Yes, HumbleLord is Punisher. So it's Marine Lord before, it's Punisher in game, and it's HumbleLord overall. Yep. Steppies are so annoying. Yep, I mean, I love the steppies. But really, because I do like the decision here from HumbleLord as well. Like, he didn't go the steppies because he realized, like, look how much damage I'm doing. That's like 12 eco kills and a lot of idling and everything. Because Spirit of the Universe is not falling off. So I'm perfectly fine with the decision. I think it's a good move. I don't like the knights. And the reason I don't like the knights is because they're not step lancers. I want these to be step lancers. Please get step lancers. Okay, now we're raiding this side as well. Oh, Fizzy Blue, thank you for the raid, man. Welcome aboard. I hope you're all doing well. We are doing some casting of the Den Battle Royale right here. And we are seeing HumbleLord get a ton of kills here on the economy. Fizzy, how did the stream go? Hope you had some good games if you were playing, or had a nice cast if you were casting. Yeah, I think it's kind of like this happens like to me as well, and I think it's understandable. Like once you're that far ahead, you kind of start having fun with some stuff and just do things automatically, so you don't care as much, I guess. Oh, nice to hear. Oh, it was the first stream as well. That's nice to hear. Well, welcome to the club, I'd say. Not an expert streamer of any sort myself, but nice to see people getting in on doing some more streaming as well. Very glad to hear that. Okay. And now Low Elo Legion here is in as well. Sokol, hello, welcome all. Another raiding party as well. That's 2 in very quick succession. And we are seeing Spirit of the Universe do a bit of raiding himself now as well. Yeah. Ah, Deserto has led the Loyal Legion as well. And we just had Fizzy Blue raid as well after his first ever stream finished as well. That's nice to see. Oh yeah, Fizzy, also like, reach out on Discord if you have any questions. I'm by no means any expert, but I'd love to help if you have any questions and similar. Yep. And to all the guys from the Low Elo Legion as well. As I said, this is the Den Battle Royale, our first tournament from the Den that just started out. We are doing some casting today. It was also casted by Pride today, and we have HumbleLord with what appears it will be a clean 3-0 against Spirit of the Universe. Very, very nicely played out. Yep. Multiple raiding time, yep. No, this is some very nice play by HumbleLord. And 3 very interesting games, and there we go, the GG well played is called, GG response, and it's gonna be a 3-0 win for HumbleLord. Very, very nicely done here. It was a joy to behold as well. And that is the Silver League Group C round 1 matchup between Spirit of the Universe and HumbleLord, a play all 3 set going over to HumbleLord. And yeah, HumbleLord very, very smurfy here, very smurfy here.